Hello everyone, welcome you all to this new video. So in my previous video, we had started with module 3 of the subject electronic principles and circuits. In that we have seen with the two videos. In the first video, we have started with the basics of linear op-amp circuits, that is operational amplifier circuits. In that we have seen how the linear op-amp circuits are structured based on one example of op-amp summing amplifier, inverting and non-inverting terminal relationship between them, and how the connections are made with respect to the different input resistors and input voltages, and overall voltage gain, how it is obtained, we have seen there. Then after that, we have seen the circuits, some important circuits related to linear op-amp, that is op-amp averager and digital to analog converter. Okay, in that we have seen two kinds of categories. One is binary D2A converter and R2R ladder D2A converter with some example problems. Okay, so these many things in the first video we have discussed. In the second video, that is the previous video, we have discussed with the non-linear op-amp circuits, that is basically comparator circuits. Okay, comparators with zero reference and non-zero reference. In zero references, we have seen two circuits. One is called as non-inverting comparator, which is also called as zero crossing detector, and inverting comparator, that is the basic inverting comparator, where at the origin, that is at zero reference value, when the V reference value is zero, what would be getting the condition with respect to the saturation voltage. Okay, so that we have seen. Then after that, in the non-zero reference, we have seen for the condition for V in greater than V reference and V in less than V reference, how the saturation plot is obtained with respect to the circuits. So these many things are discussed. Now in this video, we are going to be discussing with the comparators with hysteresis. Okay, hysteresis means that it is the combination of both zero as well as non-zero references all together, how the complete hysteresis is obtained. And for that, one important concept is called as Schmitt trigger. Okay, this circuit is very important, that is the inverting Schmitt trigger circuit. Okay, this is also again categorized into very important values related to inverting and non-inverting terminals, input output responses and all is very important. Okay, this is the concept of inverting Schmitt trigger circuit. So let us see now. The standard function for a noisy input is to use a comparator like the one shown in the below figure. Okay, that is 22.18a. That is for this figure. So the input voltage is applied to the inverting input here, because the feedback voltage is aiding the input voltage. Okay, so the feedback voltage, so whatever the feedback voltage is provided, right, that would be aiding the input voltage. Okay, so that's why it means that it is somehow not visible, but the connection is somehow made with respect to the uh, forehand terminal. Okay, so with respect to this terminal, we would be getting the feedback voltage. Yeah, so the feedback is positive. A comparator using positive feedback like this is usually called as a Schmitt trigger circuit. Okay, initially the feedback is positive without any mentioning of any feedback, so that's why a comparator for using the positive feedback is usually called as a Schmitt trigger circuit. So when the comparator is positively saturated, a positive voltage is fed back to the non-inverting input. This positive feedback voltage holds the output in high state. Okay, based on the non-inverting input, it would be voltage. This output voltage would be in the high state. Okay, that is at the peak positive value. Similarly, when the output voltage is negatively saturated, a negative voltage is fed back to the non-inverting input, holding the output to the low state. Okay, for positively saturated and negatively saturated, like this, the relationship is obtained, and with respect to that, we would be getting the one important curve with respect to reference and with respect to reference and positive negative saturated voltage, and that curve is called as hysteresis curve. Okay, how that is developed, we'll see in the later part of this video. So for the in the first thing, this many things you need to be knowing with respect to a Schmitt trigger circuit. Now let us see. Now in either case, the positive feedback reinforces the existing in output state, which means that the feedback fraction is mentioned in terms of B here, that is given by R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So this is obtained by the figure here, because we are using two resistors at the feedback terminal, that is at the non-inverting terminal, R1 and R2. Okay, so these two are in parallel, so this is the feedback fraction which you obtain, that is called as B, and that is equal to R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, when the output is positively saturated, the reference voltage is applied to the non-inverting input, so that's why the reference voltage is applied to the non-inverting input, so we will be getting plus BV saturation. Okay, so this is the feedback fraction. This you could be calling it as B. Other than B, you could be calling it as beta also. Okay, it is one and the same. So I'll call it beta. Okay, beta. So for reference voltage, for when it is positively saturated, it would be applied to the non-inverting input. So V reference would be plus beta into V saturation. Whereas when output is negatively saturated, the reference voltage is given to the inverting input, and it is mentioned as V reference as minus beta V saturation. Okay, so these many things you need to be knowing. So but when the input voltage is increased slightly more than plus beta V saturation, the output voltage switch from positive to negative as shown in the figure. Okay, so this is that figure here. Okay, and this complete curve which we obtained, right, this plot here is called as hysteresis plot. Okay, this is very important with respect to the Schmidt trigger circuit. You need to be noting it down very thoroughly. Okay, hysteresis plot. Okay, so here you see here, when input voltage is increased slightly more than beta V saturation, then the output voltage switch from positive to negative. Okay, so you see here, this is the beta V saturation, right? This is plus beta V saturation and minus beta V saturation. Okay, when the input voltage is increased slightly more than beta V saturation. Okay, which means that here we are having beta V saturation, and when it becomes more than that, the immediately you would be seeing the switch condition. We would be getting the switch condition from positive to negative, right? So that's why at this point it is B saturation, and it would be dropping down from positive to negative. Whereas in case of minus V saturation, it would be from negative to positive. Okay, so with this way you would be getting the hysteresis plot, and these are the parameters through which the inverting Schmidt trigger is defined. First is called as feedback fraction. This is called as upper trip point and lower trip point. Okay, and this is hysteresis. So this is also very important. Upper trip point UTP, that is defined as plus beta V saturation, whatever the reference voltage in when it is positively saturated, that is called as upper trip point. Okay, or upper trigger point, it is one and the same, trip point or trigger point. Okay, it is plus beta V saturation, and lower trip point is minus beta V saturation. The hysteresis is the summation of these two. If you add these two, you will be getting 2 times beta V saturation. Okay, so this is basically the inverting Schmidt trigger circuit, and these are the parameters of hysteresis which they have defined it in thoroughly. Okay, so this is not required. I'll just read it for you guys. The unusual response in the above figure has a useful property which is called as hysteresis. So what do you mean by this hysteresis? They have given here, that is, to understand this concept, put your finger on the upper end of the graph where it says plus V saturation. Assume that this is the current value of the output voltage. So here they have mentioned to put your finger on the plot when at the upper end of the graph where it says plus V saturation. Okay, that is upper end. Here at this point you need to be putting your finger. Okay, so assume that this is the current value of the output voltage wherever you have kept your finger, right, that you need to be assuming at a assuming as the current output voltage. Okay, so now move your finger to the right along the horizontal line. Okay, that is, you from here you need to be moving the finger along this horizontal line. Then what happens, you see here, along this horizontal line, the input voltage is changing, but the output voltage is still equal to plus V saturation. Okay, which means that if it's moving towards the horizontal line, the output voltage remains the same, but the input voltage is getting changed. Why? Because it gets shift from positive to negative at this stage, and from negative to positive at different stages of plus beta V and minus beta V. Okay, yeah, when you reach the upper right corner, V in becomes equal to plus beta V saturation, and when V in increases slightly more than plus beta V, the output would be switching to the low state, and it would be minus beta V saturation. Okay, similarly for the next condition, if you move your finger down along the vertical line, one is for the horizontal line and another one is for the vertical line, how this plot is completely assigned, they have just explained it in practical. Okay, so with respect to that, these two parameters I've already told you. This is called as upper trip point and lower trip point, and the difference between these two, that is UTP minus LTP, not sum. Okay, UTP minus LTP, the difference between UTP minus LTP would be giving you the hysteresis, and that hysteresis is also called as dead band. So H is equal to UTP minus LTP, that is plus beta V saturation minus of minus beta V saturation. So minus into minus is plus. So hysteresis, total hysteresis, whatever we get, it is 2 times beta V saturation. Okay, so this was all about the Schmidt trigger circuit which you want to be knowing. Okay, it is also called as inverting op-amp Schmidt trigger circuit along with the hysteresis curve. Okay. So hope this is clear. It is very important. Please note it down. Thank you.